Oh my God, y'all. Hold up. I've been up all night trying to grab onto the concept of creation. Uncle Ra has pulled an all-nighter with me. And if y'all don't know who Uncle Ra is, Ra, from Egypt, all right? It's a conglomeration of higher density beings that call themselves Ra. Where is Uncle Ra? I better pull him out so you know what he looks like. Hold on. Come on, Uncle Ra, where are you? Okay. Now, this is the only time that the fam came here in physical form like this to tell us stuff. And Uncle Ra just came out with a series of books like about 30 years ago, but not that many people paid attention to it. Listen, when it comes to physics, Potato Head lost a hand. There it is. When it comes to physics or science or chemistry, Potato Head I am. Ay. Now they're asking me to explain creation to you in 20 minutes or less. And I've been up all night trying to figure out how to explain this stuff to you. I've been working on several chemical experiments and trying to figure out how to do this. Oh my God, I love these little chocolate things. I'm starving. I'm going to need to eat something. So anyway, I explained to you how the world began. I don't know if you're interested or not, but since you told me, I'm going to get chocolate all over my cheek. I guess we're here, right? So, alright, I'm going to give it a shot. Oh, thank God. Just a minute, Uncle Ra's calling. Hey, Uncle Ra. How's 6 density doing? Oh, I got allergies though. Never thought too hard about that bringing me back to Earth, huh? Oh, by the way, I'm Low Ra, related to Ra. And basically, they plot me here from up there in order to explain the world to you, to see if I can't fix a bit of a situation here on the planet. Which is, oh my God, that's so good. Most of you guys seem to want to hang out and do this party. This one. And not spending too much time doing this. I want to know. You don't even care what you are, who you are. And you seem to be listening to a lot of stories out there by so-called groups. And you believe it. We're so gullible, aren't we? Hence, we continue to do this. Groundhog Day. Not knowing who and why you're here. How did this world begin? What is this place? Oh God, what a mess. So they sent me here to explain, but I didn't know they were going to make me explain science. I mean, I failed in school. But okay, I've done my best, preliminary, to explain to you how the world began. Shall we begin, children? I'm still rocking looks from my days in Egypt. I keep thinking I'm there, but I don't blend into these fashions at all. Okay. Here we have a beaker. This is called water. Infinity is creation. And that's a full sentence. However, I will explain infinity later. That's another topic. It's too many things to explain. Let's just explain the densities of this planet and how we go from this. See if I can make this go. I shouldn't be playing with fire. This and this represents wind, or that's the best I got. I have no fan to give you here, so just think the astrological signs that are fire, earth, water. I'm Scorpio, so I'm a water. And wind. So that is how the world began. So basically, let's try this, okay? So we've got some earth and some water that come together. And then what happens is fire. You're going to have to imagine this because I'll blow up the whole house. Salt's a mineral, right? We're going to just put some salt in there. Okay. I'm scared to put the fire in. Could you guys just imagine the fire before I blow up the house? Because, you know, fire and air. And so then what happens is, look at it go. See it go? It creates like a tornado. And do you see when you look at this how the vortex is bigger at the top, like a tornado does? Like, you know how, oh, that's a beauty, isn't it? This is how Earth began. From the movement of wind blowing fire, water, and earth around. And somehow, some way, eventually made, there's some salt in here, mineral. And then it made like a shape, like I tried to do a shape with paper, but it sucked. So maybe this baby one will explain. You see how this guy kind of comes like this, and like goes out like this. But then I'm gonna dip it into, it's a sponge. I'll make it bigger. Okay, so, sorry, it got hairy. So it's like this shape, right? And then it touches the ground and it spins around and spins and spins and spins, and vortexes upward to the light, Carol-Ann. So what I'm trying to say is mineral, water life, learned from fire, and where's the other one? Hold up. Okay, so fire, we'll do this again because I can. Oh, learn from wind, earth, and water. This is wet, it just sprayed me. They learned from each other. And in that, they interacted and spun around. Spun. And this is what they call in heaven. They call this first density. That's how the earth began. By infinity, or God, plopping those four elements together and spinning them around and making a tornado, okay? Lots of them. Tornado. And how did this all progress? So spiral energy, which is what we call light. light. Spirals have an inevitable, this is a big word for me, or a big concept, vector, okay? A vector upwards. It strives to grow rather than to dissolve. So or do randomness. Its natural inclination is to grow, okay? So growth is the vector of God or infinity. So you can't take us down. You can only grow it. That's the only way for infinity to be. So a vector, I had to look this up myself, is an object that has both magnitude and direction. Too many words. Velocity, momentum, force, electromagnetic fields, and weight. Oh, that's way too much for me. Lord, help us. I can vector my eyeshadow upwards so that I don't look older and go downwards. Make sense? Okay, so they're striving for the light. Now this is a fake tree, okay? But you know, when you look at a real tree and it strives, it becomes second density where it grows upwards like a plant. Or another second density organization or organism is animal life or bugs and stuff. So, oh my God, I left Uncle Ra on hold. Uncle Ra, I'm so sorry. Do you know what else I did, Uncle Ra? Is I dropped one of my ear things at the mall, and so I can hardly hear you. So I'm gonna have to go solo on this one, Uncle Ra. I can't hardly hear you. I dropped one of these things at the mall. Okay, I'll call you back. I gotta go check it in my car. All right, we'll talk to you soon. All right, I'll do my best. Bye for now. So here's what's so crazy is like the second density, plants and bugs and then animals are striving in gazillions of years to become third density, which is peeps, which is us. Isn't that so crazy? Because there's no option but to strive up in density. So density 1 is like fire, water, air, and earth. Density 2 is plants and animals and stuff. And then density 3 is us. Well, us in our third density physicalness. But the physicalness ends at third density, if that makes any sense to you. And then, once we go to 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and 8th, it's all into the spirit world. So we're all into the light. But Earth is physically becoming 4th density. Okay, how am I going to explain that? Because everything is vibration. And because the Earth wants to be higher density, because we're always striving upwards from everything from when we're little minerals to little plants to animals to people, and then even the Earth wants to go up more. What we're doing is mucking around down here, not reaching for the light. We're not joining what the natural order of things are. So what happens is Uncle Ra and the gang have to send us back down here, something called reincarnation, until we figure out how to graduate from being third density, heavy duty beings, peoples and stuff, into spirit, which is the next graduation. And for those of us that don't understand, the only way to get there is for us all to get along. We have to keep coming back here to learn it, and we all will. Or they'll ship us off to other third density existences or places, because yeah, it's a big universe. You guys are so egotistical thinking this is the only life-giving planet. Come now, please. It's an infinite universe, okay? There's gobs of Star Wars creatures out there to deal with. At least we're good looking, right? Like we think we are anyway. I don't know. Maybe some other spacey people think that we ain't so good looking. Who knows? That's really beautiful. Anyway, we're third density beings. So you know how you're like dressing up your dog and your dog's starting to act human? That's really happening. Yeah, you have puppies, or you've got animals that just like starting to act more human. Or like horses and ducks are becoming best friends and stuff. That is a higher density kind of behavior. I think that's cool, right? Like we're going from being really like raw to being more civilized, hopefully. All right, let me gather my thoughts. So here's where it gets awkward. So if the place we're living on is fourth density, and we're not going along with the program, remember I told you that they might etch-a-sketch us if we don't like raise it up there? We have to keep growing upwards, just like the plant has to grow upwards. We can't go down. We can't, no going down. There is no going down, okay? Even those that choose to be selfish bastards and want to worship Uncle D. You guys know who Uncle D is. I show you him all the time. Oh God, where did I put him? He's around here somewhere. Oh, I don't know. Okay, how about we just go Satan? Anyway, anything that's low vibrational. They're doing pretty good with will, like free will. They can get up now. They can get up into fourth density. But there comes a point up there crawling up that the love light is like, look, can't get up no higher. You're gonna have to decide and do a switcheroo. Otherwise, no mas, no pas, finito. So that's why these, lower vibrational things are thinking, yeah, we could take over. No, they can't. Because whatever love light is an infinite power. And good overdoes evil. But evil has a bigger ego. So, it's a little bit of a kerfuffle. But we're working on it. All right. Return. So, to explain, first density, second density, third density, fourth density, we start to become in service to the light. That is the infinite. That is nutrients to everything that we are. For without the light, there would be nothingness. And we are not nothingness. We are somethingness. So it's making it a bit awkward. We're supposed to be reaching for the light. So, but there's something called free will mixed in here, okay? And that is the wild card. So some people are, what does he do? Let me just give my dice. Rolling the dice and seeing if they can hang on to their lovely selfish ways to see if they can outdo the light. Can't. But it's cute that they're trying anyway. It's cute. So if you ever run into anything negative, just say, in the name of love and light, I rebuke you. That's the word, rebuke. Okay. So until we learn to be of service to the light, we can't match the vibration that the earth is already in. And it's causing destruction, strife, loneliness, and a very big sense of separation. Okay? Who we are is that. So we're confused because of this whole free will thing. And we're mucking about like, you know, cells are doing, trying to find their way. Microcosm, macrocosm. Okay, so we are going to end up over time reaching for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th dimensions, which we like to call heaven. So what, I brought these out. Remember CDs, you guys? Okay, so if this, for example, is 4th density, we'll just use this for an example. This is my little display. Look at this, you guys, romancing the 70s. I'm such a geek. Okay, roll and spin. Just imagine this. The higher the density, the more bliss you get. So, you know, you might be a little bit of a worker bee down here. You might be in here, and like in the 4th densities, when you talk about Jesus and stuff, he's like around here somewhere right now. But like, even if you could just wiggle your way into the bottom fold of this by being, you know, good, then you get to work up the ranks of bliss. Uncle Ra's on the 6th, and there's a lot to tell you about Uncle Ra, but we can't cover it all today. We're just covering densities. So the higher the densities, the more you get to know about stuff. Because what happens is, okay, let me explain. Okay, because there's something called free will. And 3rd density beings get there because they become self-aware by seeing contrast, by seeing the difference. So it's the difference between light and dark. So we can't see that we're light unless we see that we can be dark too. And then we're supposed to choose at least 51% of the time to be good. I mean, in service of the light, in service of others other than ourselves. Which leaves a little room for you to have some fun on Earth, yeah. But most of you have to be thinking about the greater good. It's that simple. And unless you can be really committed to being bad, like 95% of the time or more, almost perfectly bad, which means you can never think a good thought. You can never think any, like it's really hard. Like we're talking Genghis Khan kind of behavior. Then you're coming back. Even Hitler, he wasn't even bad enough. So he's stuck somewhere. Here's him. He's stuck somewhere like in the air in between somewhere, like kind of mixed up and lost. Oh. Not knowing where the frick he is. He's like this. He's like, where is it? Where is it? He's like this. He's like all souped up. He's all tangled up right now, trying to sort himself out because he made a mess. He made a mess of the big picture. He thought he knew, but he didn't. Okay. If you guys want to know a little bit about what's going on in life, this is a story about me and my twin flame connection. The importance of twin flame connections is to open up your chakras and to learn about your higher self. Now, not everybody comes here and does this because this is brutal, man. This is like the Green Beret of Earth. Or, yeah, like if you're gonna go in the army, what are some of the army things they do that where you're like the top study guide? So it's like a crash course in life because of a relationship that drives you nuts, okay? And in here, accidentally, I go into all the densities. This is before I even knew about all this stuff. They came to me in premonitions because I'm a weird psychic person. I got salt all over my phone. So needless to say, if you want to roll the dice and come back again and hope your karma doesn't really suck and your life is really bad and you're, you know, having to pay that off, because here's the thing. You've got free will, but you also got the law of cause and effect. And whatever you do in this life or other ones too, unless you wash that all off, you come back with it stuck to you like stuck. Okay, stuck on you like dirt. And then you got to wash it off somehow, and then you got to still figure out how to get to the other places. So isn't it better just to figure this all out now? Okay, all right. And then I'm going to come back and tell you how to do that. So if you're interested in Spirit School for Dummies, you're here. You want to learn why we're here, what the world is, how come I know everything. I'll explain it all to you. They told me that's why. And I'm going to give you a resource now today. This is a good one. Uncle Ra came to a group of 3 people over 30 years ago, and they call themselves LL Research. And if you want to sit in your apartment or your house and for 13 hours a day sit and try to decipher what Uncle Ra has to say with his weird language, I welcome you to do that. And there's books on it, and we've already been told everything. We just choose not to look for it because we're not seekers, are we? We just walk through our day. What am I gonna have for breakfast? You know, that kind of thing. So don't be a potato head. Use your noggin. It was given to you. Think about who you are. Seek the truth, and ye shall find. You shall find it here if you want it to be wild and wacky and easier to understand than Uncle Ra's language, because it is complicated. But I will link it below. I will link the book below. And God help you, it is a wild ride, because there's real life conversations from real life twin flame action in there, and a real life ascension process and saving the world and stuff. So it's up to you, but it's an interesting read. Let's just put it that way. Okay. Note to self, clean your desk. I hope you had fun learning how the earth began with me and where you're supposed to go from here. Ciao for now, and I wish you all the best. Don't forget, seek and ye shall find. Bye for now.